Oh, should have gone live on Facebook as well. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Just wanted to do an update on the story that's been a while since we've talked about it. I can't even believe we're hearing something now. And this was at the time a 3-year-old girl, which we're not even sure if she was really 3, that had went missing in 2021. The circumstances were very suspicious because she was she was living at this Villas del Cabo apartment complex, and the 3-year-old went missing from the playground December 20th, 2021. There is an interview that we're gonna watch. A lot of people were kind of looking and pointing at the parents, but this could also have been random. And then today they got some tip, I guess, that led them to this area of where they were searching. I think let's start off first with the FBI. Not FBI. I believe it was SAPD, San Antonio Police Department. Let's start off with an update that they gave first.
I'm Officer Ricardo Guzman, RACARDO, GUZMAN, San Antonio Police Department's Public Information Office.
All right, can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, so early this morning, we received a tip involving the Lina Khil case. This tip that we received, we treat serious just like any other tips. As we have for the last 2 years, we do our due diligence and follow up on every tip. In this case, we're here at this location. There's a greenway behind these apartment complexes. That's where the tip said that we could find some evidence.
Wow.
Whether that's true or not, we're still looking into. But we do have SAPD personnel out here, CSIs out here. We have other partners that have been with us since the beginning, assisting us in searching. So we're just continuing that search and doing our part and following up on every tip that we receive for Lina Khil.
What kind of evidence?
I can't go into exact details what the tip said it could be, but it's just the tip that we're following up on.
Is it possible that you are looking for her body right now?
It is possible.
Okay.
It is possible.
Can you tell us if that is what the tip said specifically?
I don't know exactly what the tip was, what it was said, but there is the tip potentially, let me say, the tip could be resulted in finding Lina Khil. Obviously, that's what we're trying to find right now. We're trying to figure out if that's a legitimate tip. Is this a good tip? Is it not? And we're going to be out here until we're confident and we'll figure out which one it is.
When did the tip come in and how long have y'all been out here?
It came in, to my knowledge, early this morning, and we've been out here since the early hours of this morning. I don't have an exact time. I know that's
Did somebody say did the tip come from the dad?
the early hours of today.
How much area are you covering back there?
Just that wooded area that's back there. We have dogs out here. We have CSI out here looking through that entire wooded area right now.
I thought I also heard that, do you have the mobile command center out here as well?
I don't believe so.
Sure. Okay.
I don't believe so. We do have a CSI trailer out here. That's normal with these kinds of searches. These kinds of searches they're not new. They're not that they happen every day, but these do happen quite often. The reason we're out here today, as far as media goes, and this is it's a public space, relatively close to where the incident location took place over 2 years ago. So residents were calling in, concerned. There's a large, heavy police presence. As with police presence, brings out media attention, brings out the curiosity of people. So we figure let the public know that they're safe. There's not an active threat. We're just doing our part in searching for Lina Khil and following up on any tips.
Is there anything to indicate this tip may be different than the others?
As of right now, we just treat every tip seriously. We don't know if it's a good tip. We don't know if it's a legitimate tip at this time, but we're going to be out here until we're confident that we figure out if it is or not.
In the past 2 years or so, how many tips like this have led to searches, such as the one behind you?
I don't have that exact answer.
I mean, are we talking like 3 or 4, or are we talking 10 to 20?
I don't have the exact answer.
Okay, but you said you have done multiple searches like this.
Absolutely. In the last 2 years since Lina's been missing, there has been multiple searches. Not every search that we do, not every tip that we get we put out there. One, for the integrity of the case, let the detectives do their job, but 2, for the family. This is still a family matter. It's still personal to them. So we're not broadcasting every single thing that we receive. Again, in this case, it's just a public area, and that's why we're out here right now.
Okay, this is less than half a mile from where Lina disappeared. Mm-hmm. Have you searched this area before?
To my knowledge, this area has been searched in the initial time period when everything took place. So this area is not new to us. We have searched this area before, but again, it's a new tip, possibly a new lead that we could follow up on, and as we have for the last 2 years, we're going to take every tip we can seriously and do our due diligence.
Okay, and
I was thinking, I was thinking like somebody might have took her out of the country, like, I don't know, back or something. That's crazy, man.
How much of an area did you say they're searching? Is it the whole greenway or just that particular portion?
The wooded area in that greenway that's back behind me.
And I heard, is this a homeless encampment back there?
There is evidence of people residing there, potentially homeless people. I mean, yes. Yeah.
Was the tip tied to that homeless camp?
No. This tip was received, and I can't go into exact detail who gave it, just for integrity of them and for the safety of that person who provided the tip. The fact that there's individuals residing back there, that doesn't involve the case at all.
Well, was it an anonymous tip, or you all know who provided the information?
That we're gonna leave. That's still an active case, so I can't comment on that.
I was wondering the same. Do they know who provided this tip? Was it anonymous? Can they trace it back if it was anonymous? Ooh.
Okay. And with this case right now, I mean, it has been 2+ years. What is San Antonio police still treating this as a missing persons, or have y'all moved into assuming that this is now a homicide?
Yeah, right now it's still an active missing persons case, and that's the way it is right now. Until there's any further evidence that tells us otherwise, right now it's just an active missing persons case. This case happened over 2 years ago, but it hit San Antonio fairly hard. People still talk about this case. At the top of the San Antonio Police Department's Facebook page, we have Lina Khil pinned to the top post. Again, if anyone knows anything, if anyone has any information, no matter how small of a detail it may be, call SAPD, call the Special Victims Unit directly and give that information. Any tip, no matter how small, can help solve this case.
Now, you've also been working this case with the FBI. Are they out here with you too?
We have multiple partners out here that have been involved since the beginning, and that's as much as I can confirm, but we do have multiple partners out here assisting us.
Okay, and did the tip come directly to SAPD, or did it come through one of those partners, or the investigations firm, I believe, that's been helping the family?
Yeah, I don't have that exact answer right now.
And people are saying family member, maybe, question mark. There was that other missing child that is believed to be deceased that the family ran off to India, and it was a Texas story as well. And the tips came from, family members.
Okay. Anything else you can tell us about this right now?
No, right now, I mean, this is, we hope for the best. We hope that we're able to bring justice to Lina. We're hoping to be able to bring closure to Lina and her family.
Okay. Do you have anything?
Yeah.
Kind of like a step-by-step process of what happens when CSI and SAPD are doing an active search in an area. And how big is this area exactly?
How big it is, that's a great question. I don't have that exact answer. I mean, from what you can see, that's pretty much it, from the sides of the fence. Like any tip that we receive, not specifically this case, any case in general, our detectives get a case, even if it's a fresh case. CSI comes out here. First of all, we're going to block off the area with crime scene tape. If you look closely, you can see some crime scene tape there, and that's more for no one comes in. We want to keep the integrity of this scene secure. CSI will start processing. It just depends on the type of case that is, but CSI has the various tools that they can use. We do have dogs out here. We do have canine that can assist in searching. It's a case by case, depends on what exactly took place, but I mean, CSI has different tools that they can use.
How many people? How many personnel in all?
I don't have that exact answer.
Estimate?
I'm sorry?
Estimate?
I don't know. Over. I don't have an answer to that.
I see some crime scene tape. So are you looping off the entire park, or is this just particular areas where you may have found something? Can you kind of describe what we're seeing? We see the dogs.
Yeah, so we do have some crime scene tape up. Again, it's kind of blocking off the entrances to this location. We want to keep the area that we have secured. We don't want anyone accidentally walking into. As we said, there's individuals who use that spot to reside in. So we're trying to keep that area secure, keep it fresh, and the integrity of that area.
Has SAPD always been working with the FBI on this specific case?
I don't know at what point the FBI began assisting us, but they have been involved in this case. Whether they're here right now specifically, I can't confirm that information.
If they were here right now, what would be their role?
Just assisting with the search. They have other tools that we don't, that they bring along. So just additional tools that may help us find or solve any type of case.
It's 10:34 now. Mm-hmm. How many hours has this been going on now?
I don't have the exact time than what we started. All I know is it started in the early hours of this morning.
Any estimation on how long you might be out here?
At the minimum, we'll be out here for a few hours, but we're going to be out here until we're confident, until that we realize if either this is a legitimate tip or not.
Do you follow up on every tip to this extent, or is there something about it that, you know, this seems legit enough that we should check it out, that it's not some bogus or crank tip?
I don't have the exact answer to that specific question. What I can say is we do take every tip seriously. In this case, this tip, the area that it was in was relatively close to where everything took place. So right now, just because of the area and the tip that we received, we're going to look into it, and we'll use all the tools available that we have.
Okay. So, I was hoping this would work.
We are ill.
So, Lina, again, she went missing on December 20th, 2021. She was at the playground at her apartment complex with her mother. Lina was playing with other children when her mother left for a few minutes. When her mother returned, Lina was gone. Now, they did release some surveillance footage back then. Let me see. I have the link over here. We can take a look at it. Oh, first of all, real quick, they did an age progression picture. So this would be, I guess, the estimate of what they believe she would look like. And leave that on for a second. And then, let me see. I want to show the surveillance footage before we get to the interviews and stuff. Here's some of the, I think it's really short. Hold on a second.
Surveillance video from a resident at that apartment complex. The video overlooked the playground in the complex where many of the children were playing that day. That video did capture Lina.
This is her, like right here, in this red.
Playing on the playground. She was with her mother and her younger brother. At some point during the video, she walked off the screen, and that was the last sighting that we have of her on video.
Super sus, weird, suspicious. I want to show you the interview. I mean, I could show you some of the live feed. I mean, there's not too much to see. They were out there.
You're going to be hearing a lot this week are the 4 Ps, protecting your pipes, plants, pets, and people, all ahead of the cold that we're expecting.
Sorry about that. This was earlier.
And this is unit direct.
We just saw him.
Just right. There's a lot of hard
dogs. They walked around in the wooded area, and then it seems like I saw them come out with the dogs, but we haven't seen them carry any evidence or anything like that. And they did have shovels on the back step of that big van, but we did not see them carry them into the woods and use them at any point.
And Katrina, we understand that you were at a different location earlier this morning and you were actually moved to another location?
Well, there's been a lot of confusion with the communication between the Public Information Office. This is where we were originally, where we shot that video. They had then told us to go to another location to get information and an interview with the Public Information Officer who you saw Garrett talk to. But then we got sent back here again. So it's just been a little bit of trouble with communication, but we did get both sides covered.
All right, Katrina Weber live on the Northwest Side. Thank you very much. Folks, if you're just now joining us and you don't have any background on this case, Lina Khil was 3 years old when she vanished from some apartments over on Fredericksburg Road back in December of 2021. So we just passed the 2-year anniversary of her disappearance. SAPD and a number of other agencies have been asking for tips from the public for years now. Searchers actually spent weeks combing fields, brush, even creeks in that area and including the area that our crews are at today.
Yeah, that is very close to where she was last seen, and that was at a playground that was called the Villas del Cabo apartment complex. This is a 9400 block of Fredericksburg Road. That's where this happened over 2 years ago. At the time, crime scene investigators had searched that whole wooded area behind the Auburn Creek apartment complex. So again, close to this area. We also want to let you know that the search is following a meeting between the family and the San Antonio Police Department.
So more stuff, right? Let's take this. This is the interview. This is an interview with Lina Khil's father, and I think they had to have a translator. I haven't seen this in so long.
And he's the father of Lina, right?
Taso de Lina Plaras,
Oh.
Yes, he's the father of Lina.
Can you take us back to yesterday? Just kind of give us the rundown of what happened.
وای کچیر د تیرې ورځې د پیښې په اړه موږ ته معلومات راکړئ چې څه وشول پرون.
پرون ورځ تقریبا شپږ بجې څه کم شپږ بجې وې چې مېرمن مې راته زنګ ووهه چې لور مې بېدرکه شوې ده. بیا چې زه کله راغلم دغه ځای ته ترجمه کوي که بیا.
Yesterday around 6 o'clock my wife called me and told me that my daughter has been disappeared.
زه چې کله راغلم ما پوښتنه وکړه چې څنګه ورکه شوه. بیا یې ماته دا کوم ځایونه کې چې ورکه شوه دغه هغې راکړه چې مقصد دې ځای کې زه ورته ناست وم، دې ځای کې دې ناسته وه. بس دې ورکه شوه هېڅ دره کې ونه لګېدو چې څنګه وشوه. بیا ما ټول د
At home I asked my wife that tell me the story, what happened. My wife told me that the little girl, she exited the park, the small park, and just toward the pathway, and from there she missed her.
What do you mean she missed her?
It means like she didn't see her anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she saw Lina go which way?
Yeah, she exited like the fencing area towards the concrete path, and she was disappeared from there, and she you know lost like the scene of her.
Lost sight of her.
Yeah.
And she had went back inside the house at that point, or what happened? Did she leave?
و کله چې هغه د پنجرې نه ووتله
بوب خاطر کور ته راغله بیرته به یې خپل مور ته ورکړه بیا نه ده.
She first went to the apartment just to grab a bottle of water, and later on she came back to the fencing and she just delivered the water to the other kids, and once she exited the fencing area then she got disappeared.
Lina did.
Lina.
Did she run? I mean, she didn't, or she just didn't see her anymore. She didn't see her at all. The mom didn't see Lina at all anymore.
د هغه نه وروسته مور ونه توانېدله نور چې لینا وګوري.
د مور دا فکر وکړ چې کور ته راغلی ده، کور په ځای کور کې وکتل هر ځای کې که نه کور کې نشته، بس یو بل خواته لاړه ویې کتل چې لینا نشته.
The mom thought that Lina might have gone back to the apartment, but when she went to the apartment and she realized that Lina is not in an apartment, she came out from the apartment and just searched in surrounding areas, but she couldn't find her whereabouts.
And no one has seen or heard from her since.
I just want to hear that part again. So the mother.
She came out from the apartment and just searched in surrounding areas, but she couldn't.
Back a little bit.
To the apartment. The mom thought that Lina might have gone back to the apartment, but when she went to the apartment and she realized that Lina is not in an apartment, she came out from the apartment and just searched in surrounding areas, but she couldn't find her whereabouts.
And no one has seen or heard from her since then, right?
د هغه نه وروسته وایي تاسو هغه نور نه ده لیدلی؟
نه ده مو.
No.
How hard has it been for him and his wife right now?
دا ستاسو لپاره او ستاسو د مېرمنې
لکه نه ما بیا
very disappointed, and he says that during our entire life we have not been that much saddened that we were yesterday and today, and it has badly affected us.
And they're from? Can you explain where they're from and how long they've been here in the United States?
وای که چېرته دا راته ووایي چې تاسو د کوم ځای یاستئ او څومره وخت کېږي چې د امریکا متحده ایالاتو کې یاستئ؟
زه د افغانستان یم. په امریکا کې مې تقریبا 2 کاله او 3 میاشتې کېږي چې زه په امریکا کې اوسېږم.
In the United States for the last 2 years and 3 months.
Are they part of did they escape? Are they refugees, like as a family that they escaped from Afghanistan?
آیا وای تاسو د هغه مهاجرو له ډلې څخه استئ چې لکه فرار مو کړی دی د افغانستان نه دلته راغلي استئ او که د نارمل مهاجرو په صفت باندې دلته استئ؟
نه مونږ لکه هلته د ګواښ له وجې راغلي یو، لکه ګواښونه ډېر ول، د ګواښ وجې مونږ دلته راغلي یو فراري.
Yeah, he says that we came to the United States, we immigrated to the United States because of the threats that were posed to us.
While living there, right, as citizens in Afghanistan.
د دې له وجې چې هلته تاسو د افغان تبه وئ، د دې له وجې تاسو ته خطر متوجه و؟
Oh.
Yes. Okay. How has today been? The FBI, police, the search. Can you take us into today? How hard that's been? Because I'm assuming they've been.
So, just a reminder for all the new people joining: there is a search going on today. Right now, we're watching an old interview of the father. An interview that the father did.
Asking a lot of questions. The search has been ongoing all day here.
They were searching a wooded area not too far from where she went missing. I believe they're still searching. Based off of a tip saying that there would be evidence there, and when the reporter further pushed and asked, suggested that there might be a body or something.
Can you explain the process of what it's been like for them?
نن چې دلته وای د FBI پولیسو کومه دغه پلټنه کوله دلته ستاسو د ماشوم د پیدا کېدلو لپاره راته ویلی شي چې څنګه و لکه د دوی دغه پلټنه څنګه وه، لکه تاسو لپاره څومره مشکله تمامه شوه ده؟
مشکله خو دا وه چې پرون چې کله دا ماشوم ورکه شوې ده مونږ یو هم خوب نه دی کړی که نه ما حاضر راتله لکه غرمه دوی باید مخکې نه مخکې.
He says that since the disappearance of my kid, me and my wife have not slept at all right after the incident, and the FBI police are coming here like any moment and just they are asking us like different questions. And the problem was like with the checking of the security cameras installed like on the intersections. They should have searched like these cameras yesterday, but unfortunately they started like searching the cameras today, which was too late.
پولیس نه اوس هم مننه کوم ډېر لکه په هماغه شپه یې ټوله شپه راته سره تېره کړه، ټول کورونه یې راسره وپلټل او نن ورځ هم دوی سره لګیا دي، خو لکه ما دا یو پیشنهاد و چې دوی باید مخکې نه مخکې دا کمرې چیک کړې وای.
Yeah, he says that I still thank the San Antonio Police Department for their efforts to find my kid, and they helped me a lot. It was my recommendation if they could have checked the installed cameras on intersection a little bit earlier. And I'm still thankful of their efforts and their searching. Yesterday they searched like a lot of apartments in residence in the surrounding area.
Do they believe that Lina was kidnapped, abducted, or do they believe that she's still somewhere here in this area? What is their belief?
لکه تاسو څه فکر کوئ چې دا تختول شوې ده؟
د پرون ورځې تر سهاره پورې د نن سهاره خو نه.
To the family of other Afghans who are living in surrounding areas, and that Afghans, like most of them, have arrived newly to the area, so they might have not known, just how to just deliver that kid back to us. So I was thinking that way, but this morning I realized that she might have been abducted.
Why is that?
وای ولې داسې د فکر وکړو
خو لکه موږ د کمیونټي کوم واتساپ ګروپ چې د ټول په سن انټونیو کې هر افغان خبر دی په دې چې د دلور ورکه شوی دا عکس شته تر اوسه پورې چا مونږ نه چې مقصد دلته د تعلق ده نو زه دې واجب چې مقصد دا تختول شوی دی هیڅ امکان نه لري چې
and is that we got a group here and in San Antonio, the Afghan community got a WhatsApp group. So all of the members of the community were aware that my daughter has been disappeared. So they were aware. I didn't hear anything from them. So that's why I realized that she might have been abducted and she's abducted.
If Lina were be able to, if he could speak to her, what would he say to her? To his daughter.
کچرته تا د خپل لور سره خبرې کولای شوي نو تا به ورته څه ویلي وای
هغه نمبر ځای کولی چې به یې ویل
she could utilize, like the messengers. She was knowing on how to make a call, and she was doing that before. If I had a chance to talk to her, then I would have told her that please open the camera and show me the area that where you are. This would have been my talk to her.
So she was communicating before, after she disappeared?
د هغه نه مخکې و چې دا ورکه شي د ورکېدلو نه مخکې هغې خبرې کولی شوې
After she vanished?
No, before disappearing. I mean like in normal life, before disappearing. She was able, just to make a call to
what I'm asking
father. She was able, just to make a call to her father.
Okay. But what I'm asking him though is if he would be able to talk to her, like if she could some miraculous reason see this or sees this, or whoever has her sees this, what would she want to say to her? What would he want to say to his daughter?
This kind of confusing question. Could you just?
So, if this interview, if Lina sees this interview, right, and if he believes that if she was abducted, the people that abducted her, if they for whatever reason see him doing this interview, what would be the message that he would want to give to them or to Lina? What would he want to tell her?
Oh, okay. They were کچرته دغه ستا دغه وسنۍ مصاحبه کچرته هغه خلکو چې ستا لور تختولي هغوی دا وګوري نو ستا پیغام به هغه خلکو ته څه وي لور ته به دې څه وي او خلکو له به څه وي هغه تختونکو ته
خلکو لپاره مې پیغام دا دی چې مقصد لور مې کوم جرم کوم داسې ګناه نه لري که نه چې دوی په هغې تختولي او نه زه دومره پیسې لرم زه دوی ته پیسې ورکړم که پیسې غواړي او لکه دې پوره داسې خاص ته نه لرم خالي وړم چې لور مې متوس پرې روغه رمټه
Yeah, he says that he was an innocent kid, and if the kidnappers want money to return her back to me, then I don't have money and I'm not a rich person to pay them just to return my daughter.
Has he been asked for money?
د پیسو غوښتنه خو به چا
نه د اوسه پورې چا نه ده کړې خو لکه موږ خپل وطن کې پیسې ډېرې غواړي پیسو دپاره یې خلک تښتوي که نه دې په خاطر دلته هم دا شاید وي
Till the moment nobody has asked about money, and I'm telling because back in my country when a child is abducted the kidnappers are asking for money. Yeah.
Could he give us insight as to why the FBI is involved in this case?
وای کچرته داسې موږ ته د خپل نظر راکې یا خپل دغه چې کوم دید دی ستا دا موږ ته ووایي چې ولې اف بی آی په ده کې داخله شوه په د کیس کې
والا نو د خاص نه پوهېږم چې ولې دوی په دې کې مداخله وکړه خو دومره ویلی شم چې مقصد ما ډېر غوښتنه وکړه چې ډېر کومک راسره وکړي زر کومک زر یې راته پیدا کړي شاید همدې وجه وي چې دوی موږ مداخله وکړه.
I'm not quite sure that why the FBI intervened this case, but maybe because I asked, like the quick return of my daughter, so that might be the case that they intervened.
What does he miss most about her?
Why the other come ship for the day خفايته.
Hooked the.
I forgot about that. Breaks down.
Pass it here.
Yeah, what did the reporter ask? Because I had to get up for a second. I remember, yeah, he asked something that was... What did he ask? Hope said he got what he wanted. You think this was intentional, like to get a reaction for the camera, I guess? I forgot what he had said to get him to trigger him like that.
Little bitch.
Oh shit, what's on that planet?
Just needs a moment.
Oh, what he misses about her. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know, I had spoken to somebody that said he was an acquaintance of these people a while back, and he gave some insight. It's been a long time since I talked to the guy. But he had said that, like, the family, like, they're not involved. For the new people that joined, let me just play again if it's here, the video that was released, surveillance video. I have to pull it up. Video. Let me just get the video for you for the people that haven't seen it. The age progression. So for the new people that are they're live again, I think. Let me see.
Of Fredericksburg Road, that's where this happened.
Oh no, they're not live. They got off. Anyway, the video that was released. This was back then. You can see her walking and leaving.
One year later and still no answers.
Yeah, we're talking about the case of Lina Khil, who disappeared a year ago today. That 3-year-old girl from an Afghan family vanished from her apartment complex's playground right near the medical center.
Garrett Berger shows us new video of Lina recorded that day, just released by SAPD as their...
What you're looking Looking at is the last known footage of 3-year-old Lina Khil. This video taken December 20th, 2021 at the playground from which she disappeared.
She was with her mother and her younger brother. At some point during the video, she walked off the screen.
In a pre-produced video marking the 1 year of her disappearance, San Antonio police say there are suspicious circumstances in connection with Lina's case. They followed up on hundreds of leads, but still none leading to Lina.
We've partnered with other local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies to follow up on all the leads.
San Antonio police declined to talk on camera beyond the video released on YouTube, nor were we able to arrange an interview with the FBI. A nonprofit group, Project Absentis, has also been generating and following up on leads. Its director, retired FBI agent Abel Pena, says there's a high likelihood Lina walked off with someone.
We're not certain whether she walked off willingly, but we do know that she may have been familiar enough with the people that she felt comfortable walking with them.
Rewards offered by Crime Stoppers and the Islamic Center of San Antonio total $250,000.
Yeah, still nothing besides this new tip. Let me get the live feed. Where did I put that? Let me get the live feed from earlier. I got too many windows open. This was the live feed earlier today. I just wanted to touch up on this because and some of you guys from the chat remember this story. So we had to. This is from 2 years ago. We had to update it. I was shocked to even hear that there was an update. And they were out there searching in the field. So far, they haven't found anything. There was a tip saying that there's evidence over there, and even almost suggesting they'd find a body there. So they've been to 2 different locations today. This is what the area looks like, and it's not actually far at all from where she went missing. And they even asked, the reporter was like, "Oh, do you know where the tip came from? Was it anonymous or not?" And they were like, "We can't say."
Now, period, I will share once it's done.
Francis, thank you for the 10. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I got to talk about one other thing too with this story.
Police presence brings concern, brings curiosity. To my knowledge,
Just want to show a little visual with what it looks like out there.
But it is related to Lina Khil. At this point, police just telling us that they're trying to keep the public in the know because it is such an open area. And obviously, viewers like yourselves called us to come out and check this out. So right now, this is the wooded area behind me. We're seeing less activity than we were a few minutes ago, but hopefully we'll have some news on whether or not they've found anything or this turns out to be yet another dead end. Live in the medical center, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Garrett, thank you for that live report. All right, so Katrina Weber is at a separate location with a different vantage point of that search effort. Katrina, good morning. What can you tell us?
Well, good morning. I was just going to tell you we have a whole different view, a lot of activity on this side. You can see the police department's mobile command center here, the crime scene unit. They also have other officers here, and we've seen some people walking around with jackets that say FBI on the back. Now, we've been here since about 8 o'clock this morning acting on a tip that we got, and this is what we happened over.
This is the area. I don't know specifically the latest search. I don't know specifically. Maybe I could look at an article and find out. This is where she was reported missing, the apartment complex. There's 2 other things I want to show. Right, 9400 block of Fredericksburg Road. Let me show this here real quick. Father, and somebody mentioned this in the chat earlier, that the father he did take a polygraph test after months of waiting.
They're learning new details now at 5. The father of Linas Khil is hoping to clear his name from any potential suspect list. Just hours ago, Lina's father met with San Antonio police. It comes more than a year after the disappearance of his 5-year-old daughter. She was last seen outside a Northwest Side apartment complex. And as Ken's 5's Zach Briggs explains, the family still dreams of reuniting with their daughter.
Where is Lina? For the past 16 months, it's a question that's been met with online rumors and alleged sightings of the little girl. While police have not named any suspects, Lina's father, Riaz Sardar Khil, hopes doing a polygraph test with SAPD will help clear his name. Missing persons advocate Pam Allen has been close with the family for more than a year. She says Riaz has not ruled out having his wife take part in a polygraph as well.
He didn't want to put his wife through something like that because with all of this case, it has taken a toll on her emotionally, but with the understanding that if it will clear them, then he will absolutely let his wife take that polygraph.
Often it's used to verify deceptiveness about somebody's intent.
Legal expert Joe Holscher says in most cases, polygraphs will never see the light of day in court.
However, the pre-interview questions are admissible. So if somebody were to lie during the pre-interview, that could be used against them.
Allen says one of the big challenges in setting up the polygraph was SAPD's ability to secure a translator. Holscher acknowledged certain cultural behaviors and language barriers can affect test results. Meanwhile, Riaz is never giving up on finding his daughter.
He just wants this investigation to continue, for law enforcement not to forget about his child, and that one day he'll be able to get that phone call that they have found her.
Zach Briggs, Ken's 5.
Our special look at the disappearance.
Okay. Yeah, they just said that on video. Thank you. The dialect and stuff. All right. The other thing too I want to show at some other point, if we update the story, we can do a Google Maps. Heather was telling me that somebody was requesting a Google Maps. I saw the apartment complex, but I don't know specifically the search area. And I don't want to like hold up the stream looking for location right now. And we're going to go back in a little bit. I want to show one more thing before we go back to the trial stream. Just to show how kind of things got crazy back then, apparently. Let me show you this. This is pretty big news, but like somebody else was saying that in the chat, I hope it's not like a false tip. And I hope they can actually like follow up with the person. Says their family of missing Lina being stalked and harassed with conspiracy theory reports. Another day on YouTube. But this was a 2022 report. She was taken from her playground at the 9400 block of Fredericksburg Road with her mother. Well, it says with her mother. Her mother was there. She wasn't actually like. She was at the playground with her mother. I thought when the story first came out, I thought there was like 2 stories, and it could be the language barrier that the mother had put out. I thought she was there, and then she wasn't there. She went inside for something and left her there with the other kids. It says here, we have people that are stalking us, that go on these searches, that film us, take pictures of us, and come up with different stories, Allen told the outlet when explaining why Riaz and Zamina Sardar Khil are no longer holding search parties with volunteers. We just don't want those types of searches anymore. Online keyboard warriors, are pointing to Lina's parents as suspects, Allen said. Things directed at them because they are Afghani and because they're Muslim, that's harsh, Allen explained. Riza assisted our military forces when they were in Afghanistan. We brought him over here to make sure his family is safe. Then this happens. I don't know necessarily that they were looking at them because they're from Afghanistan, but this is something kind of typical that happens online. And even in investigations, they first look to the loved ones at first, to kind of rule out, I guess. But that's the latest update. Lina, little girl, still missing all this time. 2 years later, still getting clues. 2 years later. Let's see if there's any other bits of information. Oh yeah, so that's the Villas del Cabo apartment complex. I don't know if we have time. I think we got to be back by 1:30. Google Maps. Texas. All my exes live in Texas. Yes. So, let me see that map on the video. There's two patches. It looks like this area here, latest search. I don't know exactly which side they're searching. This map is pointing over here. So if I find out more information later, we can kind of take a closer. Oh, look. Officers conducted a search around 9 a.m. near the Helix apartment on a 9,000 block. All right, let's try that. Hold on. Helix apartments. Texas. There we go. Helix apartments. Oh, but it looks like it's something else. I need this thing is hardware acceleration's off. Let's turn it on. Gotta relaunch everything. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Google Maps. Linas apartment. And then let's see where they're searching. On the northwest side. Yeah, what's that? It's called the Helix, right? Helix or something apartments. Helix, let's try it. Texas. There we go. The Helix apartments. Let's see what the article says. Where about? This is the Helix. This whole thing is the Helix apartments. This is where she lived. I'm thinking maybe this grass patch. Take a look again. There it is. Okay. Near the Helix apartment on the 9,000 block of Worsbeck Road, which is 3 minutes away. This is Worsbeck Road. Okay, so I just don't know which side of the apartments, though. That's the problem. Well, let's take a look here. Let's see. Oh, you can't look. No. Yeah. Oh, we got a street view here. Let's see. Nah, I'll have to find that out some other time. I don't want to just keep randomly searching. More specifically, what area. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully something comes out of the tips and they can give that family some answers. Let me restart up back the trial stream. I just want to do a little lunchtime stream, update that story. And if they go live later, I'll be live on the second channel. I'll start it up on the second channel. If they go back again live out in the field, make sure you subscribe to Ikid Mel CC, the second channel. Let me set it up real quick. The next live for the trial. Part 2. Boom. It should be coming back in 5 minutes. Direct. There we go. Active shooter. Okay. Well, we're going to have to move over to the next chat anyway. Mass storm enters lockdown due to active shooter alert. Girl, GF public school shelter. Okay. Northwest side. All right. I'm going to start up the new stream and we'll see about the shooter thing. We'll talk about it more at the other stream, right? So we can end this stream.